Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to the sacred journey of Call Mantra, Embrace Divine Grace. Let the celestial vibrations uplift your spirit and guide you toward inner peace, abundance, and divine blessings. Open your heart, chant with devotion, and awaken the infinite grace within you.
What if I told you there's an ancient user's manual for the human mind? I'm not talking about some dusty, unreadable scripture, but a really practical guide to finding stillness. Well, today we're diving into exactly that, a text called the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, and its wisdom, you'll see, is absolutely timeless. You know, at its core, this whole text kicks off with a question, and it's not some abstract philosophical puzzle. It's probably one of the most human questions you can ask. I mean, we've all been there, right? Lying awake at night, wishing you could just find the off switch for the endless chatter in your head and just figure out who you really are underneath all of it. So the entire text is actually set up as a conversation. You've got the goddess Parvati, who kind of stands in for all of us, for our own curiosity, and she's asking her partner, the god Shiva, for the ultimate secret. You know, how does a person get a handle on their inner world and connect with something deeper? And Shiva's answer is what makes this text so unique. He doesn't just offer up one single rigid philosophy. He doesn't say, here's the one and only way to do it. No. Instead, he gives this incredible collection of practical techniques designed for basically every type of person out there. Get this. Shiva lays out 112 distinct practical methods for self-realization. Not one path, but 112 different doorways, all leading to the exact same place. It's like a massive spiritual buffet. And the variety here is just wild. There are techniques that use your breath, others that use sound or sight or touch. There are even methods for transforming your own emotions, or even just simple everyday actions, into a path for mindfulness. This is not a one-size-fits-all deal. It's a complete toolkit for your mind. Okay, I know what you're thinking. 112 methods? That sounds like a lot, maybe even a little overwhelming. So for our explainer today, let's just do what the text does and start right at the beginning. We're going to explore the very first technique, which many people say is the simplest, the easiest to get into, and maybe the most profound of them all.
So this first method is all about the breath. It's centered on the most fundamental thing we do, right? This constant process of life that we don't even have to think about. And not right there, that's the secret.
The setup is beautifully simple. First, just find a quiet spot where you're not going to be bothered. Sit down comfortably. Doesn't have to be a fancy yoga pose. Just try to keep your spine straight. Gently close your eyes, rest your hands, and then just watch your breath. That's it. And here's probably the most important rule of the whole thing. You are not supposed to do anything to your breath. No deep breathing exercises, no trying to control it. The entire practice is just about passive observation. You just become a witness to its natural, easy rhythm. A text gives us a couple of simple terms for what we're watching. Porak is the in-breath, that feeling of air coming into your body. And Rachak is the out-breath, the feeling of it leaving. All you're doing is noticing this simple cycle, Porak and Rachak. So, you might be thinking, okay, I'm watching my breath, in and out, what's next? Is that it? Well, this is where the technique gets really clever. It's not just about the inhale and the exhale. There's a hidden third element. So, where's the real magic here? The magic isn't actually in the breath itself. It's in what happens between the breaths. It's in that tiny moment of transition, a moment of pure, absolute stillness. The text calls this moment kumbhak. Now, in some other practices, kumbhak means you're actively holding your breath, but that is not what this is about, not at all. Here, it just means that natural, totally effortless little pause that already exists. That tiny gap right after you breathe in and before you breathe out. And then again, after you breathe out and before you breathe in. And think about it. In that little microscopic pause, there's no breath moving, and if there's no breath for just that split second, there's no thought. The mind goes completely blank, completely still. It's like a natural built-in off switch for all that mental noise.
And that fleeting moment of stillness, that's the whole focus of the practice. By putting all of your awareness on that tiny pause, the text says your mind gets clear, your thoughts settle down, and you can actually start to feel the presence of your true self without all the usual static.
Now, remember, this incredible technique with the breath, it's just one path. The beauty of the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra is that if this one doesn't really click for you, hey, no problem. There are 111 other options waiting for you. Just to give you a taste, some other methods have you focus on a sound, like Om, until you feel like you are the sound. Another one might have you visualize a light inside your own body. Some techniques are as simple as just observing your emotions as they come and go without getting tangled up in them. There's even a path that can turn any simple action, like walking or eating, into a deep meditation, just by doing it with total awareness. So, how would you actually start with all this? The text doesn't just give you the what, it also gives you some really practical advice on the how. How to actually begin this journey for yourself. The advice is pretty simple. First, pick just one method. Seriously, just one that feels right for you. Don't try to do them all. Then, practice it regularly. The source suggests giving it about 15 to 25 days to really start feeling the effects. Find a consistent time and place that's quiet. And maybe, most important of all, be patient. Your mind is going to wander. That's what minds do. The goal isn't to fight your thoughts, but just to let them pass by and gently bring your focus back.
So, this ancient text gives us this amazing toolkit for the mind, and it all starts with just one simple act of observation. It really just leaves us with one powerful question to think about. What could you discover in that little bit of silence between your breaths?
Struggling with health, financial worries, wealth, relationships, or career? Don't let these challenges hold you back. Harness the ancient power of authentic Rudraksha, planetary remedies, and Vedic astrology to restore balance and attract success. But act fast. These sacred remedies are in limited stock. Visit callmantra.com today to transform your life.
If this resonated with you, join our spiritual journey. Your support keeps us growing. We'd love to hear your thoughts. So like, comment, share with friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.